Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Ramblin' About Wrestling podcast. I'm your host, Nick Pearl, and today I'm joined once again by the one and only Predictions King, Tim Pearl. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Great. He looks good with his new haircut. He just looks fantastic. Everything he's wearing. Look at the muscles coming through on him.
Thank you.
And we also are joined today by the Top Ropes Talk podcast host, the one and only Manny Vasquez. How we doing?
Cheers to Manny.
How you doing, guys?
We are talking one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year in AEW. We are talking Forbidden Door 2024. We will be attending this extraordinary pay-per-view on Sunday night. And what a freaking card we have. So we're going to go through it top to bottom. We're going to go through all the matches that are announced as of today. And today is Thursday, June 27th. If they announce anything else, whoops, we're not going to talk about it. So here we go. Let's start off with the buy-in. We have Tam Nakano and Willow Nightingale going up against Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe. And Willow and Statlander are both hometown girls. Both got to give them some love. What do we got?
I got Statlander's team winning. Because Chris Statlander's on a roll so far. I don't think she should lose yet. She's been on a roll as a heel. You can't just have her lose right away. That's just me.
I'm in full agreement with you. What about you, Tim?
I'm in agreement too. I think ever since a little character tweak, I think she's gonna catch some fire and maybe get back into the title picture soon.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the evolution of Statlander's character this morning, listening to her old theme songs. First, she was an alien.
Yes.
Then she was more than a woman. And now, she's human and she's pissed. Mariah May versus Saraya. We're getting right to Mariah May. And since I have Mariah winning the whole Owen Hart Cup tournament, I have Mariah May defeating Saraya again.
Yeah, another huge upset victory for her. Why not?
What do you think, Tim?
I don't even think it's an upset victory at this point. I think Mariah May's catching fire and just excited to see what happens, after Toni Storm goes up against what's that girl's name? Mina Shirakawa.
Yes.
I'm excited to see what happens. I wonder which side Mariah May is going to pick, and I think that's going to start the feud between her and Toni.
Mariah May to beat Saraya in a match. It's a good thing it's on the buy-in. I don't really care too much about it. Hiromu Takahashi, Titan, and Yota Tsuji versus the Lucha Brothers and Mystico.
They're going to win.
Absolutely.
First off, it's Mystico. He's not going to lose.
Mystico.
I'm actually going to lean the other way. Takahashi's team going to win.
So who pins who?
That's a tough one. I don't know. I don't think Mystico should get a pin, though.
Mystico's not losing.
He's never getting. Oh, he could. Maybe they pin Rey Fenix and you get the time bomb. Hiromu Takahashi. He's in my favorite match of all time. Hiromu Takahashi versus Ryu Lee.
Yes, I know that.
We go to another matchup, which is probably going to be the opener to the pay-per-view. We got the hometown boy, the king, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, going up against the luchador, Hechicero.
I got MJF winning this one.
I got MJF winning too.
I also have MJF winning, and Hechicero is going to try and do all of these flippy things. He does a really cool, Hurricane Rana arm drag kind of thing. Hechicero's not going to win, but it's going to be a really, really fun opener. Probably one of the better openers in a pay-per-view that we've had in a very long time. Moving on to this. We have the new Elite in a trios match, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson and Kazuchika Okada going up against the Acclaimed and Tanahashi.
Okada is winning.
Not necessarily.
Yes, no, he's winning, dude. He is rolling right now as a heel.
Yeah, probably.
Heel Okada is the best thing since sliced bread.
Manny, do you have Okada pinning Tanahashi, or do you have Tanahashi with his bad knees hitting that frog splash and getting the victory?
I'm going to have Okada pinning Tanahashi. I think the Elite's going to win.
In the TNT title ladder match for the vacant TNT title, you have an all-star cast of people here. You got Dante Martin, the Ring of Honor World Champion Mark Briscoe, Konosuke Takeshita, Leo Rush.
Damn.
I think El Phantasmo. I'm pretty sure El Phantasmo.
Yeah, LP's in this match? I didn't know that.
I think he qualified on the tapings. And Jack Perry.
This is an easy answer on who's winning this. The Elite's strong, so I don't know if Jack Perry's going to lose.
Takeshita.
You have Takeshita?
I have Takeshita.
I have Jack Perry. I think I'm gonna go with you, Manny.
I think the smart pick would be Jack Perry, but I don't agree. Deep down, I don't think it's gonna be someone else.
I mean, Manny, I feel like they're making it so obvious that Jack Perry's gonna win this match that maybe he's not. What if they? Speaking of surprises, what if we have a debuting Donovan Dijak being the Joker, the secret seventh man in the ladder match? What if he were to debut?
He could debut Sunday. You never know.
Another banger match we're going to be getting. Fresh off of a victory from Kyle O'Reilly, you have Zack Sabre Jr. going up against Orange Cassidy. And Cassidy does not have any friends, but he has a conglomerate.
I feel like this is might go either way, but I'm leaning towards Zack Sabre Jr. I think he's winning.
I think I got to go Zack Sabre Jr. as well. He doesn't necessarily have the best AEW record. You need a New Japan guy to at least get one victory on this card. So I would give Zack Sabre Jr. over Orange Cassidy, especially because Orange Cassidy seems to be in a trio right now.
I got the same man winning. Zack Sabre Jr. Yep.
Moving on to the next matchup, we have Tony Storm, Timeless Tony Storm, going up against Mina Shirakawa.
Yes.
And apparently Mariah May is in both of their corners. But something that makes this matchup very interesting, on Dynamite, you had them working together in a 6-woman tag where they got the victory. And
But
Mina Shirakawa went to hit Tony Storm with a wine bottle, to which Tony ducked, and she actually hit Mariah in the head. So where does Mariah's allegiance stand?
Mariah was out like a light. Did not move for a good 7 minutes.
Right out.
This is an easy answer for me. Timeless Tony Storm is winning. I think she's not dropping the title to Olin.
I think right now the shenanigans going on is just the tip of the iceberg. The dog's here.
Right. Oh, Lulu in the background.
I do have a Tony Storm versus Mariah May at All In, so Tony needs to win this match. Timothy?
Yeah, agreed.
Tony's winning.
I'm now Plant.
Well, he's a plant.
I'm a Plant. Moving on to the next matchup, and I may be one of a few people here that we're going in the group of 8 people that we're going to the show that I think I am the most excited for this matchup.
Are you a plant?
I'm a plant. I'm a Pikmin, little plant. The next matchup we have is a title for title matchup. Hello, Lulu. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, Lulu.
I have Mercedes Moné versus Stephanie Vakir. Title for title. Mercedes looking to get the championship. She was originally booked to win the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. She was going to be the inaugural champion. Hurt her ankle. Willow Nightingale ended up, they called an audible, and Willow ended up winning the match. So now title for title. TBS title. New Japan Strong Women's title. Who do you have winning this match?
I got Mercedes taking it all.
Timothy?
What do you have, Nick?
I want you to go first.
Who's the other competitor?
Stephanie Vakir.
I have Mercedes Moné.
Because you don't know who she is?
Yep.
Honestly, if I'm going to have an upset on this card anywhere, I would say that it's going to be this match. So I'm going to go against everybody else that's going to be attending the show and probably anybody else sitting in the seats. And I'm going to say Stephanie Vakir will become a double champion. This is the matchup Eamon's the most excited for. It is Shingo Takagi going up against Bryan Danielson in the Owen Hart tournament. I got Bryan winning, but I would love to hear everybody else's thoughts.
Well, I gotta say I got Shingo on this one.
What's your reasoning?
I honestly think he's gonna win the whole thing.
You do?
I think so.
So you're going to have Shingo going up against Swerve Strickland at Wembley.
Possibility.
Oh, that's juicy. I never thought of that, Tim.
I'm with Manny.
Do you even know who Shingo is?
I do. Fantastic wrestler.
For the IWGP Championship, you have the champion Jon Moxley going up against Tetsuya Naito. Who do you think takes this one? This one could really go either way.
So I got an interesting prediction. The one who's going to take this. I think Moxley takes this one. Do him and Shota Umino at All In.
Ooh.
Teacher versus student at All In.
I have Naito winning this matchup.
Okay, you want to leave?
I just feel like Moxley needs a vacation, finally. He had like 2 weeks off. He needs a few months off. You know, you don't want to overexpose him. He's wrestling in Bloodsport. He just got beat the hell up by Josh Barnett. And one more matchup that we have. You have the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, after he said hi to everybody at the live Dynamite. He said he had a video from someone that was going to be joining the Learning Tree for this match to make it a multi-man match in place of the bounty hunter Brian Keith being injured. And they play a video package from Minoru Suzuki, who says, I don't want to be a part of the Learning Tree. That's stupid. What even is this? And Minoru Suzuki instead challenges Jericho to a singles match at the pay-per-view. So Chris Jericho versus Minoru Suzuki will be happening. And I really don't know where you want to go with this. It's for the FTW Championship. So if Suzuki were to beat Jericho, he would be the For the World or F the World, whatever the frick you want to call it. He'll be the champion, and he will have to stick around in AEW for a little bit.
Jericho's winning. I got the Learning Tree all the way.
And I don't see Suzuki winning it, even though it could happen, but Jericho's retaining.
Jericho, once again, is on an incredible run.
I bought a new Jericho t-shirt that says "Hi guys" on it. I look, there's a lot of people that hate what he's doing. I think it's so freaking funny. At the end of the day, the numbers game is going to be too much for Minoru Suzuki. You're going to have Big Bill being a big problem, and Jericho, calm down. We're almost done.
They got tagged in a pool.
Jericho will probably beat Suzuki, and Big Bill's maybe going to hold his feet down under the ropes or something, so he can't kick out. It'd be something stupid.
Because the ref will not see it, even though it's right there.
For the world. No rules, I don't think.
Oh, never mind then.
Main event time, people. We have an incredible matchup where you could go all different ways. You have the AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland, with Prince Nana. My bobblehead.
Prince Nana
Wait,
bobblehead.
Manny, wait, do the Nana pose. Manny, do the Nana pose. There's the thumbnail. There's the thumbnail. You have Swerve Strickland going up against the international champion, Will Ospreay. It is not title for title, strictly for the AEW World Championship. Next week on Dynamite, if Ospreay were to win, he'll be challenging Daniel Garcia for both belts. At the end of Dynamite, you had Will Ospreay pick up the championship that Swerve said, if you pick this belt up one more time, I'm going to beat the hell out of you. So what happened? Ospreay picked the belt up. Swerve hit him with the kick. And it was really brutal, very nasty. But there's a lot of animosity going on between these two guys. Me personally, I don't think it's Swerve's time to lose just yet. I think he's going to drop it to Hangman. Hangman's going to be returning and winning the Owen Hart to get the match at All In. So for that to happen, he would have to defeat Ospreay here. So that's what I got.
Manny seems disgusted by that statement. What do you think, Manny?
Actually, now that I think of it, I think that makes more sense. Swerve retains, Hangman comes out, and then he just beats up Swerve after, and then we get a Hangman heel turn in AEW.
I honestly, I have Swerve retaining.
Great. I just feel like they have so many people right now that can be and should be the world champion. Swerve is just on a roll. You gotta
It's his house.
Time.
It's his house.
Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Manny, whose house?
Swerve's house.
It may go down as one of the greatest main events that any of us have ever seen live.
Oh, you're saying that about a lot of matches.
No, main
best
event.
Intro, best main event.
I said main event
Better than WrestleMania 40.
that we've seen live.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So I am insanely excited for this pay-per-view. We have an incredible card. We're going to have a great time. We got 8 seats. A lot of people are showing up late to the party, but we will be there on time.
I just hope it's not a disappointment. I think it's going to be a great night.
So, Manny, thank you for popping on. We had a great conversation. Great
All
right, I'm very excited for this show. Are you going to meet us by my house before we leave?
Yes, absolutely.
Go check out Top Ropes Talk. Manny has a great podcast that he comes out with a bunch of episodes during the week.
Hey.
And Tim, thanks for coming down the stairs and putting clothes on. I'm glad I was
Good
able
talking with you, Manny. Nice seeing you.
glad I was able to get Timmy on into my office.
Let's go.
Shut the door on the way out.
Will do. Everybody, have a wonderful day.
Oh, juicy. All right, Manny, it's been real. I'll catch you. Everybody, let's keep rambling. Hope we have a great pay-per-view, and I'll catch you all on the next one.
Today, come along and throw your cares away.